She's back. After 2 years of not filming any YouTube video with no explanation, she's finally back, y'all. And life update, she graduated high school and is now in Carleton University. So for those that don't know me, my name is Elinam and I'm in my first year. I'm studying international business. And you know, sometimes when I'm free, I scroll on YouTube, and as I was scrolling, I realized like there's so many cute videos for like Oxford, Penn State, Harvard, Cambridge, you name it, but there's like no cute videos for Carleton. So I'm like, I need to change that. So that is why today I'm going to be taking you guys along for a campus tour, and I'm so excited for you guys to join me. So first location, this is the Nicol building. It is fairly new. It opened September 2021, and this building is dedicated to all business students. And I feel so lucky to be one of the first new batches to be able to enjoy this since I came in September 2022. So I just love it so much. It's so aesthetically pleasing in here. I consider Nicol to be like the center point of like the whole Carleton, because as you'll see in the upcoming segments of this video, like all the buildings are connected by a tunnel, and all like the different sections of the tunnel all kind of point back to Nicol in a way. So yeah, I can't wait to see the other buildings, so let's go. So I'm gonna zip up my jacket because honestly, like in the wintertime, I don't like going outside because I'm so lucky to be in a university where all the buildings are interconnected by a tunnel system. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna go outside because it's a bit easier to understand campus, and I'm doing it for you guys. Let's go. It is -2 right now, so it's really not that bad. So this is the map we are going to use. I drew 9 circles or zones, and I will refer to this map from time to time so you know where I am. So we are starting in the central. Right now we are at Nicol, and I will explore the buildings in that area. Whoa, for a winter day, it's so sunny. So before I continue with the tour, I just have to mention that yes, in the first clip, I said it was winter because this took me like months to film. So I started in January and finished around June, so you will see some winter scenes and summer scenes. It also helps because it shows you the differences of the exterior during colder and warmer months. So let's get on with the tour. So right next to Nicol is the architecture building, and this is what you see when you first come in. As I was going downstairs, I saw a few sketches on the wall, which was cool. And this is the view from the other side. The building across is the canal building, which we will come back to later. And finally is the Fab Lab, where all the magic happens. It's like really pretty out here, so it makes me feel better for coming outside. Next is the University Center, or UC, where you find most of the student resources. So summer update. Recently they renamed 3 of the buildings to reflect indigenous communities, which was really thoughtful. So UC is now called Nedeinan, which means our heart, and whenever we come across the other 2 buildings, I will be sure to provide an update. So the first thing you see when you enter is the bookstore. There's loads of merch and other handy items like cups, water bottles, the list goes on. Moving on to the right side of the stairs, there are 2 other amenities down the hall. First is Ollie's, which is the student bar here at Carleton. This is some footage from the last time I was here. Pretty quiet during the day. Right next to it is Tim Hortons, also not as busy but fills up in the afternoon. Going up to the second floor, you are greeted by a lovely study area. You can find areas like this all around campus. Then we have the food court, which offers a variety of foods. I know the market sells fresh salads and pizza. The basil box at the back offers Thai and Vietnamese cuisine, and there's a burger shack at the corner. To the right, we have classrooms, as well as Mike's Place, which is your local pub. And this is some footage from my last visit. Onto the 3rd floor, we have various resource centers which provide a safe space for students, as well as more classrooms. And finally, the fourth floor. By this point, I was tired of climbing stairs, so you can imagine the workout that students do daily, lol. Heading over to the right again are the CUSA offices. So this is the CUSA office, and CUSA stands for Carleton University Students Association. Everybody that is in Carleton is part of CUSA, and anytime you need help with like navigating through the school, or also they run the clubs, events, or anytime you just need help navigating, these are the people you go to. On the left is Rooster's Cafe. I've been here a few times and I really love their smoothies. Also, the interior is so aesthetically pleasing. Here is the Lost and Found / campus card office, which usually gets really busy during back to school season. And here is where I like to call Flag Alley, which represents the diversity of students at Carleton. Right below is the Starbucks, and that's the UC. We're back in the central square, and ta-da! The view in the summer. Isn't it so pretty? So this shiny building right here is the Health Sciences building. The inside is so bright, I love the view. And right behind this door is a huge lecture hall. Usually this hallway is full of students waiting to go inside. Not far from the Health Science building is Stacy building. And right next to it is Richcraft Hall. Going into Stacy first, you come across this beautiful stairway, which I think is the highlight of the building. And that's the view from the inside. Going into Richcraft Hall now. You're greeted with this amazing view. On the second floor, you will find Carleton's infamous plant wall, which contains real-life plants, and you can even hear the waterfall. And that's the view of the Rideau River. And this is how it looks like in the summer. Crossing this bridge from second floor Richcraft connects you to the next building, Herzberg Laboratories. Right when you go inside, you see this pendulum that swings endlessly, which I think is so mesmerizing to watch. Lots of labs are done in this building, hence the name, and you will come across cool displays like this mineral collection here. Back outside again, I'll do a magic trick to transform these dead flowers in 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Aren't they pretty? I wish they could last all year round. One last full view of Herzberg, and now we are heading into the next zone. This path looks like a fairy tale in the summer. And over here is the quad. So it looks so much different in the winter time, but usually like there's so much grass and there's like little benches, and it's just a really nice place to study. So this is the front of Torrey building, and as you guys may have noticed, it is building 1 because this was the first building ever constructed. This is the Macrodrum Library, and this was the second building ever constructed. And look how beautiful it is. So obviously it's not going to be in the same form. They renovated it. Let's go in. So the library has 5 floors. 2 of them, levels 3 and 5, are silent floors, which you'll see in a moment. Now, unlike most buildings, the quad is on a hill, so when you enter the buildings in this area, you will most likely be on the 2nd floor. So that's a helpful tip for you guys. Heading downstairs now to the 1st floor. This is the third floor, which is one of the silent floors. Yep, you saw that right. No talking and even no whispering. Like, it's so quiet you could hear nothing from the live feed. So that was the third floor. No talking, no whispering. It honestly felt like I couldn't even breathe over there too. Nah, I'm joking, but yeah, I can finally talk again. And now I'm on the fourth floor. So the fourth floor actually was closed for a really long time. It was under renovation and it finally opened just this year. So I'm so excited to go in. On the fourth floor, you will see many group study rooms like this, which you can book with your fellow peers. Then I came across these cubicles, which I thought were so cute that I just had to try it for myself. This is so cool. It's like I'm in my own like mini cubicle. Like, this is so adorable. I think I might study here more often. And just like that, we're on the fifth floor. I love the centerpiece so much. So I was about to leave the fifth floor and then I discovered this new silent study place. And that's the library. Honestly, I think I got way too ambitious in the beginning of this video. So I think I'm gonna do just the main buildings. At first I was gonna do it like in order of like its proximity to Nicol. So like the ones like the UC and health science, and then like the ones around the quad. And then I was thinking, you know what, let me just do it in ascending order of the buildings. Like building 1, building 2, building 3. But like building 3 is here, but then building 4 could be like all the way on the other side of campus. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a few more. But yeah, let's continue this tour. Okay, let's enter Patterson Hall. So when you enter, on the right is the Ojikwanong Center, and this is meant to be a safe space for Indigenous people and individuals curious about their culture. And downstairs on the first floor is the Scotiabank office. Other Scotiabank ATMs can be found all over campus. Straying away from the quad now, here is the Science Student Success Center. And here is the Arise building. It looks so pretty during golden hours. Next to Arise is the Low building. When you enter and head straight downstairs, you go straight into the tunnel area. And I'm sure you've been waiting for this since the beginning of this video, so let me explain more about the tunnels. So in the tunnels, there are 7 distinct sections, each one represented by a colored section and stickers on the wall. The campus tunnel map is featured at every block so you know where you are. And residents feature some cool murals. Okay, now back to the Low building. First we have this lounge over here. Love the lighting. And next to it is the Low Cafe. So this is the Low Cafe. It's a pretty nice place to study and you have a good view of like the canal, although you can't really see the water from here unless maybe I'm too short, I don't know, but it's really pretty over here. So there are food stalls at the back. You pay online and then you go get your food and you can sit here and enjoy. It's a really pretty space. I love it. And right down this road is the next zone. This would probably be the shortest section ever, LOL. So I call this the FAR/other specialized building zone. First up, we have the Social Sciences Research Building, then the Human Computer Interaction Building, and finally the Visualization and Simulation Building. At the time of filming, these buildings were locked from the outside, so that's about it. So we kind of made a U-turn and now we're heading back to the quad. This building right here is Southam Hall. One of the first things you see when you enter is the Kailash Mittal Theatre. And downstairs is Theater B, as well as many vending machines. On the other side of the quad, we have the Israeli twins. This building you're seeing right here is the Israeli Theater, and the building opposite the stairs is the Pavilion. Inside the theater, again, lots of vending machines, kind of living for the aesthetics of this building. In the Pavilion, we get a totally different vibe, more of a light modern feel.
We made it to Danton Tower.
I heard that you get the best view of Ottawa from here, so I decided to go to the top to see for myself.
Okay, in the elevator, and now 20 seconds. Going up. Almost there.
Bruh, I was so disappointed! I can't see nothing since I'm not one of the staff and unfortunately I don't have access.
That's disappointing, but let's go back down.
We're back in the Central again. And from Dunton, I just crossed the Rainbow Road here to the next building. This is the Canal building, which we saw earlier from the architecture building. Now, I was curious to see if I could spot the canal from here, so I decided to go to the 7th floor.
So I'm on the 7th floor. I actually have no idea why they call the Canal building the Canal building. I'm seeing like all the other buildings of campus, but like if you look at the corner, the canal is like right there. But I'm trying to find like another view. Let's see if we can go somewhere else.
So summer update, I realized that from the back doors, this building is actually a walkaway to the canal. So I guess this building lives up to its name after all. Not far from the canal building is the Mackenzie building for engineering students.
So I was climbing up these stairs wondering why there's no classrooms or anything. So apparently there's a sign right here that says Department of Electronics, and then right through this door, so this is the C stairs, all the classrooms are in here.
And as I was leaving, I saw this hanging helicopter, which I thought was so cool. Next door is Minto, another building dedicated for engineering students. The highlight of the building is definitely the piano. You will usually catch a student playing on the keys, which really brings Minto to life. Now, you probably think I'm playing a masterpiece right now, but it really sounds like this. Moving on, here's the Bell Canada Theatre. The back end of Minto features beautiful flower pots, and that brown building in the corner is a peek into our next zone. So Carleton has two classes of residences, traditional style and suite style buildings. Starting off with the traditional, these buildings mostly consist of double rooms with twin beds and a shared TV and study lounge on every floor, along with the meal plan. suite-style buildings offer more independence with single rooms and the ability to cook your own meals in a shared kitchen. In the middle of all this, we have residence commons. So this building recently got renamed to Teranga Commons. The origins of this name is a little different because it derives from African culture. So Teranga is a Senegalese word from the Wolof language that is all about the spirit of generosity and sharing material possessions, even with strangers. Teranga Commons offers many spacious seating areas, vending machines, and on the third floor is a state-of-the-art cafeteria. Heading back downstairs, we have a Starbucks, mini convenience store, and on-the-go printing machines. Right opposite this wall is the OC transpo map for bus and train routes, and next to it is a large-size version of the map you've been seeing since the beginning of this video. Remember the Leeds house from earlier? There is a gate next to it because they are currently building a new residence set to open soon. Summer update, this is 3 months later and it's so crazy to me that it's already this high off the ground. Now you might be thinking, this is not a zone, so why did I put a section divider before this clip? I should have just drawn a circle around this building and considered its own zone at this point, because in the middle of all this, we have a building. Not a residence, y'all, but St. Patrick's building. I am very intrigued by the art gallery sign, so let's have a look inside. I came for art and was not disappointed. It features indigenous collections and I was surprised how big this place is. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's so funny how there are so many other parking spots around campus, but this one is so big that it can be considered its own zone. And surprise, surprise, within the parking lot is the Urbandale Center for Home Energy Research. And just like that, we are back in the middle of campus, not far from Minto and Nicol. And this is where the old train line 2 is supposed to run after renovations are complete. Summer update, the stairs are complete and the train is looking like it's progressing really well. Can't wait till it opens as it will make commute so much easier, especially in the winter time. I couldn't come up with a better name for this zone, to be honest. But first up, we got Robertson Hall, which was recently renamed to Pigiovic, which translates to a place to begin or the starting place. And this is where you can access the campus security services. And at the back of this building is Alumni Park, which makes for another great steady location. And this is the parking lot, one of the best parking locations for students since it's in the middle of campus and it's sheltered. And finally, we have the maintenance building. So apart from parking, many students do not visit these buildings often, but they are good to know about. So now we have our specialized buildings, similar to the other specialized building zone, except these ones are used more often. First up is the Nesbitt Biology Building.
Whew, it gets hot rather quickly in here, or it could be because I'm wearing a winter jacket. So this is the greenhouse. There are 2 greenhouses. There's like the one here which is open for anyone to come and visit, and then there's the other one which has the monarch butterfly exhibit, and that is only open every October. So this is the second greenhouse, and this is the one which hosts the monarch butterfly exhibit. And honestly, it's just so pretty. I love the lighting here, and the plants here are amazing. I can insert pictures of the last time I was here, but it was honestly really beautiful, so I highly recommend.
Next up is the National Wildlife Research Center. And the road is not too far away. Lastly, we have the Carleton Technology and Training Center. This building offers medical, counseling, and dental services, as well as a pharmacy. Okay. So a childcare center is technically not part of athletics, but it's within the same area, so bear with me here. So this center is very convenient for adults to be able to drop off their children, attend classes, and pick them up all within campus grounds.
So I made it to the other side of campus, and right behind me is the athletics center.
Okay, now we're talking athletics. First up is the ice house.
So right now I am in the ice house, and right behind me is the skating rink.
So this is the main athletic center, and this is the back of it in the summertime. And right here we have Alumni Hall, so usually this is where they host other events, and you can peep the basketball court. So now we are in the main athletic building. On the right we have Raven's Nest, which contains the basketball court that you saw earlier. Now I'm heading to the gym, so first I'll go ahead and swipe my card. And now I have access to all the facilities. So men's lockers are downstairs and women's upstairs. So Carleton offers a wide range of amenities, including a multi-purpose combatives room for martial arts, yoga, or dance classes, an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and where I'm heading to, the gymnasium. Right outside is the soccer field. Carleton also has a multi-purpose field house which can be used to play sports indoors, especially helpful during harsh weather conditions. So I thought the sign was cool because it said Ravens at the back, but this is Tag Park, and this is where the football field is. And then right behind the bleachers is the tennis court. Next to it is the main road. And that was the last section, so that concludes the tour. So this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye!